welcome to another episode of Ghana's in Africa podcast. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. So much has happened this week. We've played two games. The first one was Man City, where we drew 1-1 with them. Quite an interesting game. Frustrating at the same time. We pulled a point in the end. I didn't talk about it because I don't need to talk about such games. I'm sort of struggle to do any content when I'm disappointed in a game because I try to take give myself some time to recover from the game. But normally when we win, energy is high. I try to do something immediately after the game, but so I don't have to do any content. I don't need to stress myself about the content, and I don't consume any Arsenal content after most games because it always goes to the extreme, disappointing. We hate this club, we are shit, and all that stuff. But I prefer not to do anything after a game where I'm actually disappointed. But anyway, we pulled it off in the end. We got a point, and Man City, as expected, I didn't think they can match us physically. And when we decide to play, so much talk about Merino. Why is he playing Merino again in midfield? But nothing against Leandro Trossard, but I would have preferred Eze playing in that game. I was hoping he was going to come in the left wing. I didn't have a problem actually with Merino playing in, but at least when you have Eze, it gives you something on the ball. What was difficult for me, the most difficult thing about that game win, Merino, probably by instruction, he kept drifting wide right, and we didn't have anyone between the lines where we can play the ball through the lines in midfield and in the attacking areas, and someone who can also play on half turn and carry the ball forward and threaten their backline. Sort of kept doing the horseshoe thing of playing as much as we had the ball. We weren't really doing anything with the ball. We weren't sort of putting pressure on them, especially in that first half. I felt like we gave them 45 minutes, and they got the goal early, and we saw the signs very early because they wanted to sit it in a mid block and crowd the central areas where we won't get enough space to play. So, and then when we started playing, and then Madueke had a really good first half. He was the most positive out of our midfield, of our team in attack, where he created chances but weren't really threatening. I think the second half was really positive because we had to make changes, and now City know what they needed to do to win the game. They needed to sit back and hit on a counter, which they threatened a few times, but the changes of Eze and Saka gave us that. And then I think people will appreciate Saka more now when he's so much he's sort of, what he's going to do. He's going to carry the ball. He's going to push his fullback back. He's going to attract defenders to him. And he's going to create chances. That's what he does. And then with Eze, first thing they had a shot on goal. And then the atmosphere went up. The atmosphere went up, and that gave energy to the team. So then we kept pushing them back, pushing them when we were playing, and we made substitutions. I think it took Timber out for Martinelli, took Trossard for Nwaneri, which was good, and I pushed them very threatened. I think great goal from Gabi Martinelli, 2 goals in a week for him, in 2 games in that week, and goals that are of such importance as well, and he took them well. Maybe something that Mikel should consider sometimes, to play Martinelli through the middle, and he's very threatening when he makes those runs in behind with his speed. Great ball from Eze, nicely clipped, right on his path. First touch was brilliant for Martinelli, and to see the keeper advancing and lobbed it over the top, brilliant finish. Yeah, man, look, it's another draw, and we've been beating the big teams. We beat United. I don't consider them, let me put it this way, as title favorites or challengers, as City and Liverpool are. So yeah, I think got a joy at the end, but disappointing, very disappointing, especially with the way the game panned out. But hindsight is always you're always correct on something. You're always trying to correct, but it's fine. And then we went to play Port Vale. Midweek we expected changes. He made 9 changes, and the team that started, it was a sort of a controlled performance. So we just professional get the result and go. We didn't sort of people were expecting a big score and stuff. Just went through the game, scored the first goal as if his first goals for the Arsenal. Great goal as well. Great build up to the game. Martinelli on the left. Martinelli on the left played it inside. Scaly with the dummy and a dummy assist. Doesn't matter. And Eza finished his first goal brilliantly, like Eza style. It was good. And then we took control of the game of most of it. They had a bit of a spell around the 39, 40th minute where they had put a lot of balls in the box, but were in control with Saliba and Mosquera back there. Ben White, nice to see him playing again. Luis Gale starting a game. I was impressed with Christian Norgard. Um, Very physical as well. He doesn't shy away of making a foul. He makes a foul when he needs to make a foul, which I like about him. Who else played? Martinelli. Impressed with Ethan Nwaneri. He had a really, really good game. I enjoyed his game. He's so maturing now. His ability on the ball, on taking the ball in the half turn, beating a player if he needs to, carrying it, and his passing is so measured. Like the pace on his pass is really good. Usually playing the ball around the corner and around the box as a threat, he can take a shot, which is very impressive. Yeah, Max also came on. Saka played 60 minutes, which he needs. He needs the minutes. 45 and 60 minutes is really good for him going to this weekend's game. Um, Max Dowman came in and after an hour. Um, and I was impressed. Great ball. He played a great ball to Victor Gyökeres. Great run for Gyökeres as well. Um, Martinelli had a good game in the first half. Second half we struggled a bit. We didn't sort of create much pressure. I think the first 10, 15 minutes of the first half. Miles Ruscala again had a good game as well. We made some changes with Gabriel, Declan Rice coming on. Gyökeres, Trossard as well came on. Got a great goal, great ball from Saliba. Over the top again, a ball over the top. First touch was great to put it to put the defender away, and then it finished it like Trossard style. Is a great finisher. Yeah, that's the week of games. And then sad news from last week was Madueke is injured from the City game. There were rumors that he suffered an ACL, but Mikel mentioned that Arsenal are gonna do tests. I think the coming week, on to see the extent of the injury. Some good news as well on Saliba. David Ornstein posted that he's agreed a deal to stay at Arsenal, to extend his deal. Mikel also confirmed in his press conference that it's agreed. The club will announce when everything is sorted, which is great news. And there's rumors that Saka will also sign his extension, which is great for the club and what it means for the players to stay at the club. It sends a message to the rest of the players. Again, we're probably gonna hear there's some players that we need to extend as well. I think Martin Odegaard as well. Maybe who else I can think of? Martin Odegaard. Yeah, we'll probably see some other contracts as well and being announced. Yeah, great week all in all. Going and then in the AFL Cup we'll be playing Brighton at home, which is good. A home game in October, which will be great. Um, and then looking forward to this weekend's game. We're going to St James's Park, probably the best atmosphere in the Premier League. I think they play with their team. They are there. They are always every minute. They kick every ball with their team. Great atmosphere. St. James's. It's a tough place for us to go. The last time we were here, we really had a poor performance last season. I think it's the first poor performance we had last season, and I was really upset after that game because we didn't show up. The goal we conceded, we gave them an easy ball, like it's a cross in from the right. I think Jacob Murphy, Isak finished with a header. Really struggled to play against them last season, Newcastle, and it's tough to play there away. Um, and again, the most important thing when you play there is to make sure you silence the crowd. The first 5-10 minutes, you need to calm them down, calm the game down, slow it down, and then take control of the ball. I think when they were playing Barcelona in the Champions League, the atmosphere was crazy. Yeah, but Barcelona kept in the game. First 20 minutes, it was crazy. I've probably never seen something like that. Those people were like, they were on it. But the problem is, it comes with emotions, and then Newcastle players are very emotional players. Bruno's, the Trippiers, they are very emotional. So when you need to calm them down because they gonna play into that atmosphere. That's what happens when they're playing Liverpool. Got a red card, they play to that atmosphere, and then you need to calm them down, and then you need to punish them when you get an opportunity to really, really silence the place. I think for Newcastle, I don't know who I didn't check their injuries and stuff, but that they are very physical, and the referees are very lenient on them. I think they get away with a lot of stuff. I remember Bruno Gimenez hitting Jorginho in the head, Joelinton kicking people around. They're very physical, but you need to play. I think an attack, interesting attack as well without Isak anymore, with Gordon probably leading the line, Elanga with his pace bounce on the other wing, Voltemade, they've got to sign him this summer. They started well there. And they also have the likes of Murphy, can come off the bench, Joe Willock as well. Yeah, I think we can deal with them. I think we need to play. It's more about, do we go physical with them, or you try and play football. I think the teams that win there is when you play football, push them back, play football, dominate the ball, starve them off the ball, and be careful of counters, their speed in attack as well. I think for Arsenal, I think in terms of injuries, Mikel confirmed Martin Odegaard was going to train on Friday and Saturday and see if he plays on Sunday. Madueke is not there, Havertz not there, no, and Jesus obviously. No other injuries at this moment. Going Incapie was injured for the City game, and the midweek game probably be available. Yeah, hopefully he is available. And then selection wise, there's been a lot of talk about the handbrake, especially when he plays Mikel Merino in midfield. I think here's a dilemma, especially the absence of Odegaard makes that a difficult decision to make, because what Mikel Merino gives him is foot on the ball, and a bit of control and contain teams. But at the same time, we don't have someone who plays between the lines, as mentioned earlier. With Odegaard or Nwaneri, they offer us that, a more central playing between the lines and a quicker ball as well. Someone who can carry and play a quicker ball as well. Merino sometimes holds on to the ball very long, and he turns and then runs into a wall and then gives the ball away or something. I don't have anything against him. Someone who, if he comes off the bench, for me, he plays well when he plays as a left eight, because he gets to be off the ball a lot in that position. But when he plays with Rice and Zubimendi, it's quite difficult for him. I feel like Mikel needs to make a decision in that position. And yeah, man. And then probably play Eze. I think he's got an assist and a goal. I think second assist as well. And a goal. Let the men play. or probably play as a left wing. That's what I wanted last week. Have him in the team, either left wing, 8 or 10. Just play him because we need someone who has that thing in the last third. And then I feel like we are wasting Gyokore's time by not playing him with attacking players where someone who's closer to him who can feed him the balls. With Saka back now, we have been more threatening, more consistent on the right. Nothing against Madueke, plays differently to Saka, but I think I think we know him well. His teammates, especially Joelinton, will probably be starting the game, knows him better. The midfielders know him better. I think get Eze on the team. Martinelli has been playing well. Probably play Martinelli on the left, play Eze in midfield as a 10, have Zubimendi and Rice. Just play, man. Just go for it. No handbrake. Just play, be disciplined, move the ball around, dominate the game, win, get the result. In terms of Saka, it's a matter of how long he's gonna last in the game. When he starts, he's probably gonna start. That's an obvious one. How long is he gonna last in the game? How long is he gonna keep him on? And then do you have the Nwaneri option or Martinelli or Trossard on the bench? Even Max Darman option on the bench. Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to see how long he plays. I think the minutes midweek were very good for him. If you play 60, 70 minutes is a good thing. Probably by the time would have won the game, or in a good position to win the game as well. Be nice to win it early so that we can make the subs we need to make, because we do have the bench to make the subs. In terms of the team that I think he will select, some dilemmas as well. But I think obviously Raya in goal, Timber at right back, Ricardo Calafiore at left back, the two centre backs, Saliba and Gabriel Mosquera has been really good in every game he played. It means he's a good cover from the bench. Can cover right back if he needs to, left centre back if he needs to, if Ben White is not comfortable again. Then midfields with Manny Rice. And then Eze as a 10, Martinelli on the left doing Saka on the right, Victor Gyökeres on the up front, which means Merino can come off the bench, either replace Gyökeres or come in. If we're leading 1-0, bring him on in midfield. Let's contain the game, control the position, and be physical as well in that position. Yeah, we probably have a great bench, a strong bench again, with players who would not be playing. So Kepa, Mars, Luis Kelly, Mosquera, Hincape if he's available, Martin Odegaard, Nwaneri, Dauman, Christian Nogard, I haven't mentioned them. How we gonna have another strong bench? I think we can nick this one, or we can win this one 2-0 and keep a clean sheet at St. James Park. Thank you for watching again. The channel is growing very much. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me. If you haven't done it, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And you can also listen to us on audio on Spotify. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. It's Gunners in Africa. Thank you so much. Come on, you Gunners.